The Utah Jazz hosted the Portland Trail Blazers on October 16, 2025 at the Delta Center in Salt Lake City for the final game of the 2025-26 NBA preseason. This Northwest Division matchup featured two rebuilding teams testing their young rosters. The Jazz entered 0-3, desperate for a win after close losses totaling 30 points. The Blazers were 1-2, coming off a defeat to the Warriors where Shaedon Sharpe dropped 18 points. Tip-off was at 6 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, broadcast on KDD's TV and streamed via NBA League Pass. The game was a high-scoring thriller dominated by bench players and sharpshooting, ending with the Jazz securing their first preseason victory in a 132-129 nail-biter. It showcased Portland's defensive firepower led by veterans like Jerami Grant, but highlighted Utah's resilience through timely threes and defensive stands in the closing minutes. Despite the loss, the Blazers wrapped preseason with momentum from their late-season surge last year, 23-18 finish, while Utah heads into the regular season opener against the Clippers on October 22nd with a morale boost. A fast-paced affair with 48 combined turnovers but efficient shooting. Utah hit 54.7% from the field and 41.7% from three, while Portland shot 42.6% overall and 36.7% from deep. Evenly matched at 26-27 rebounds for Utah and 12 turnovers apiece. But Utah's bench edged out in assists, key for their comeback. Portland started hot, exploiting Utah's early rotations. Jerami Grant, who finished with 32 points on 12-20 FG, scored 10 quick points via mid-range pull-ups and drives, capitalizing on mismatches against Taylor Hendricks. Shaedon Sharpe added a windmill dunk in transition off a Jazz turnover. Utah responded with Keone George's crafty floats. He had 8 points early, but poor closeouts allowed Portland to hit 4 out of 8 threes. Key moment. A 9-2 Blazers run fueled by Deni Avdija's hustle rebounds. He grabbed 3 offensive boards in Q1 alone. Benches entered, and Utah's depth shown. Rookie Ace Bailey, 18 points total, ignited a 12-4 spurt with a corner 3 and a Euro step layup, showcasing his 6 feet 10 inches frame and handles that drew comparisons to a young Kevin Durant in scouts' eyes. SVI Mykhailiuk drained 2 triples, tying the game. Portland countered with Toumani Camara's defense, 2 steals. But turnovers, 7.5 for POR, stalled them. Utah's assist jumped to 15 by halftime, led by George's vision, evident in a no-look pass to Bryce Sensabaugh for a slam. The Blazers pulled away with veteran poise. Grant erupted for 14 points, including a step-back 3 over Cody Williams. Sharpe, part of his 19-point preseason average, sliced through for and-ones, while Avdija, 14 points, 7 rebounds on the night, provided switchable defense and outlet passes. Utah stayed close via Walker Kessler's rim protection, 3 blocks despite shoulder bursitis recovery. He altered 5 shots total, a late 8-0 Jazz run, capped by Sensabaugh's fadeaway, kept it within striking distance, but Portland's 60% FG in the quarter built the lead. Chaos ensued in a bench-heavy finish. Portland led 127-124 with 3 minutes left after Camara 3, but Utah clamped down. Mykhailiuk's 5th triple with 1:45 remaining gave Utah its first lead since Q2. Defensive stops followed. Hendricks switched on to Grant for a miss, and George forced a turnover on Sharpe. Free throws sealed it. Utah went 18-20 from the line overall versus Portland's 15-18. Final play. With 10 seconds left, Avdija's potential game-tying 3 rimmed out, allowing Sensabaugh to ice it at the stripe. Turnovers were even 12 each, but Utah won the 3-point battle 15-36 versus November 30th, attempting 6 more and converting at a higher clip. Pace was blistering, 105 possessions, highlighting both teams' emphasis on youth speed. Jerami Grant, POR the vet, carried Portland, scoring in all ways, post-ups, spot-ups, and free throws, 8-8 FT. At 31, he's a bridge to youth. His 32 points were a preseason high, signaling all-star potential if healthy. Keone George, UTA emerging as Utah's floor general. His 20-4-5 line included clutch decision-making, e.g., pick-and-roll reads bypassing Avdija. Defensively, he held Sharpe to 40% FG when guarded. Progress was rookie year. SVI Mykhailiuk, UTA unsung hero. 5 out of 10 from deep off the bench. His spacing stretched Portland's zone, creating drives for others. Contract year motivation, Ace Bailey, UTA rookie flash star potential with 18 points on July 12th FG. His length disrupted passing lanes, 1 steal, 2 blocks, and coaches praise his NBA-ready frame. Likely earns 20-plus MPG to start the season. Shaedon Sharpe and Deni Avdija, POR Sharpe's athleticism, dunks, floaters, averaged 19 PPG preseason, but in efficiency, turnovers persists. Avdija's versatility, 14-7-3 average, fits Chauncey Billups' system. Expect him as a small ball 4. Walker Kessler, UTA limited to 20 minutes post-injury, but his presence, 8 rebounds, 3 blocks, anchored the paint. Full health could make Utah's D top 15. Inactives like Scoot Henderson, POR load management, and Lauri Markkanen, UTA rest, kept scores bench skewed but allowed evaluation of depth. Utah's rookies Cody Williams and Isaiah Collier combined for 15 points efficiently. Utah's Will Hardy emphasized switch everything defense and quick triggers on threes, 36 attempts. His timeout usage in Q4, drawing up a Mykhailiuk flare screen, was masterful. Focus on youth integration paid off, avoiding the 0 to 4 preseason dread. Portland's Chauncey Billups pushed pace and isolation for Grant/Sharp, generating 22 fast break points. However, late-game execution faltered, missed assignments on threes. Billups post-game. Good learning for our guys. Close games build killers. X factors. Utah's ball movement, 28 assists versus 22, versus Portland's ISO heavy approach, Grant 20 shots. Preseason trends show Utah improving rebounding from 40% last year, while Portland's youth still turnover prone, 15% rate. Utah Jazz 1-3 preseason ends on a high, boosting confidence for October 22nd opener versus Clippers. Core of George, Kessler, and Hendricks looks playoff hopeful in a weak West. Bailey's emergence could accelerate the rebuild. Avoided injuries mostly. Kessler's return is huge. Portland Trail Blazers 1-3 preseason offensive pop Grant/Sharp is real but defense, allowing 130-plus PPG average, needs work. With Anthony Simons back full-time, they play in Abdija trade looks savvy. Loss stings, but moral victory in competitiveness. League context. Both teams tanked last year. Utah 31-51, POR 21-61. But late surges pours 23-18 post-All-Star. Suggests upside. Northwest Division rivals like OKC/MIN dominate. But these squads could spoil games with shooting. With starters like Lauri Markkanen, limited minutes, and Damian Lillard, inactive for Portland, resting. Reserves decided it. Utah's Bryce Sensabaugh, 22 PPG preseason average on 55% G, and Sensabaugh's hot hand off the bench mirrored Portland's youth movement. But Utah's 41.7% three-point volume proved decisive in crunch time. Both teams struggled, 12 turnovers each. But Utah's switchable defense, led by Taylor Hendricks and improved efforts from George, frustrated Portland's drives. Blazers' Denny Abdija, 14.7 PPG, 7 RPG preseason, added rebounding punch, but lapses that Utah capitalized on open looks. Utah's ace Bailey continued his strong camp, 25 points debut, positioning him for rotation minutes. Portland's Tamani Kamara and Abdija showed the defensive grit that nearly pushed them to the play-in last season. Walker Kessler played through shoulder issues for Utah. Portland sat Scoot Henderson, injury management. One surprise Jazz inactive, unconfirmed reports suggest a rotational tweak. Didn't derail their effort. Portland was a +3 road favorite pre-tip for odds previews, but Utah covered as underdogs and predicted close one. High total, over 220, hit easily in this shootout.